Hey friends, full moon in Aquarius happening in a couple of hours. Aquarius, of course, is the sign that is all about freedom, about the future, about service to humanity and building a better world. Aquarius energy is also all about the uniqueness of you, doing things your own way, from your own guidance that is probably not going to look like anything the world is telling you to do. Interesting example of what this can look like. I was just looking at a friend's chart, and natally she has Saturn placed in Aquarius in her sixth house, excuse me, and it was being triggered a bit. So we were looking at what's up there. Saturn in the sixth house is all about part of a lifelong path of diligence and steadfastness in doing the step-by-step work to build something. But because it's placed in Aquarius, that diligence and discipline is not going to look like anything that comes from what anyone else says you should do. And that was exactly the path of this woman who is building her own spiritual business in her own very unique way. And there was this quality going on of a need to be steadfast and diligent and in the lessons, but not in any way that comes from anywhere but herself, and her path looks quite different than anyone else is going to tell her to do. So that's just an example of a way that Aquarius energy can show up. And I want to invite you to feel into, as we sink into this full moon coming up, to feel into how this Aquarius energy of freedom, of marching to your own drum, of being in service and being an agent of transformation through your own very unique gifts. How is this wanting to explode is the only word, because this is a really powerful full moon. It packs a punch. Let me break down exactly why. Okay. Let me talk first about Mars, excuse me, in the background with all this. Mars is in a very, very close, almost to the minute, trine with Jupiter as this full moon hits. Mars is our physical energy. It's our ambition. It's our drive. It's also our passion, our sexuality, our anger, all those intense feelings. All of that intense, powerful energy is in a trine with Jupiter, representing our expansion, all of the goodness and yumminess and beautifulness of being in a body and being here, which sometimes we can forget when things get really hard. But being in a body and being on this planet can be really fucking amazing. And Mars trining Jupiter is this energy of powerful, energetic, on a physical level expansion to create and be all that you're meant to be here in the world. So there's this really strong, like, creation potential energy whoosh, in this full moon, at the same time that the Aquarius energy is highlighted, which again is all about listening to your own guidance and doing it your own unique way. Now, at the same time, remember that Venus is currently in a retrograde journey. Venus is appearing to move backwards on an inward journey, and she's taking us deep into clearing of emotional matters of the heart. It's also clearing around money, because Venus rules money. It's part of how we give and receive. Venus in her retrograde journey is going through this inward, backward, deep dive, but she's also trining the North Node, which represents our destiny bursting forward into the future. So the translation here, whatever path you're on, and I'll break this down a little more to explain it, whatever path you're on of diving deep into the heart-centered stuff that is coming up to be healed, and whatever work you do in allowing yourself to meet and be with and clear and release the heart stuff, the money stuff that's coming up to be transformed, is in a very, very direct, powerful correlation with launching you forward into the future. It's worth doing the work right now. The Venus work is potentially quite challenging. We're talking meeting the most challenging places in the heart, talking about meeting places where, if it's about money, where there may be beliefs or feelings around not deserving, not being good enough, maybe not wanting to outshine someone. Because Leo, the energy of Leo is very involved here. The sun is in Leo right now, opposing Aquarius, the Aquarius full moon. That's why we have the full moon. And Leo is all about shining your light more brightly than you could have ever imagined. You're being asked to shine your light more brightly than you could have ever imagined as a part of moving forward into your future, powerfully creating and expanding. And if you're going, well, that all sounds great, but how the F do I do that? I'm not sure how to move forward. The answer is going to be a big piece of the answer is going to be looking to this Venus retrograde journey, which is taking you inward into meeting probably old, deep stuff around the heart. This might be literal. During Venus retrogrades, you may literally have people from the past come into your life, whether it's lovers, friends, clients, whatever the relationship that's coming back from the past is triggering in you. There's feelings, there's emotional content there that's asking to be brought to the surface. It's asking for you to meet and feel and process and release and move through that. Because, of course, we can only expand as much as we are able to feel and hold the capacity of that expansion. If we can't hold it and know it on a feeling level, we're not going to be able to hold it in our lives. And that's what's so powerful about this Venus retrograde in Leo, is it's all about bringing to the surface whatever's in the way of your expansion. Again, whether it's beliefs about not being good enough or deserving, whether it's past trauma, whether it's not wanting to outshine someone else, whether there's unconscious self-sabotage going on here, whatever's coming into your awareness and asking to be a little more deeply presenced, met, and felt is here to be cleared. And we do that in part by feeling it, by allowing ourselves to be present safely in the moment, grounded in our body, feeling the emotion, the energy that wants to move through, and allowing that energy to process. So being willing to meet and feel whatever is here, whatever's getting your attention on an emotional level. Again, matters of the heart, of relationships, of money, including feelings of fear about money, old feelings of contractions, may or may not even be your feeling states around money that you're holding, feelings of unworthiness, whatever it might be. Allow yourself to breathe into and feel these places that are arising for you, because it's in that presencing and landing here in our body. I'll walk you through this more in just a moment, and allowing this energy to move, that it can flow and release and clear the path for what wants to be birthed, born, and expressed so much more fully. And it's a big moment here. There's a big wanting to be expressed more fully that's wanting to happen. More joy, more radiance of you, more enjoyment and indulgence in the goodness of life. All this wants to happen. You're being presented with an opportunity to meet, clear, release whatever's in the way. I'm going to drop in the comments the link to my Upper Limits video training series. Grab that if you don't have it already, because again, this full moon releasing whatever's standing in your way. And this is a 3-part video series that's going to take you on a journey through that process. So grab that if you want to go through this deeper. And right now, I'm going to invite you in the last minute together. Let's just do a brief bit of clearing and releasing in this energetic container of our shared space. Taking a moment, place a hand on the chest if you like, or connecting to yourself in any way that feels good. Feel your seat on the seat and allow your breath to just drop in to the body. Whether your breath is shallow or deep is okay. Let it do what it's doing. Couple of rounds of feeling that, even if it's a little uncomfortable, can you be with it? This is how we move through the stuff, is in little increments, meeting the uncomfortable moments and allowing ourselves to breathe into them, allowing them to move through. If this resonates for you, I'll invite you to set the intention, the invocation that I am allowing and choosing to feel and meet and release whatever energy, emotion, unworthiness, beliefs, trauma, whatever stands in the way of my full expression, expansion, goodness, and joy. Breathing into that now, allowing yourself to feel the breath dropping in through the whole body. Notice and feel your energy field around you, expanding, breathing your energy into the space around you with an intention of clearing, releasing, letting go, whatever no longer serves you, that you're ready to release in this moment with this full moon. Sending you so much love. Please like and subscribe and share if this has been helpful, and I will talk to you soon. Take great care.